So we are going to start the session. So today's session is very, very important because this question you can expect in your right marks, and as well as one 10 marks question also you can expect from these two topics. So possible I'll explain three topics today. Okay. So just we will wait for 1 minute so others will join. Okay. So is my voice is audible to you? Yes. Anyone? Is my voice is audible to you? Right. Yes. Anyone? So you can use comment section. Okay. Right. So without wasting further time. So in today's session, we are going to discuss the very, 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 very important topics, two important topics which we are going to discuss. So it means unit number 4, three questions are there. That the first question we are going to discuss is the structure. Okay, three topics we are going to cover in this session in today's class. The first topic which we are going to discuss is structure. Okay, and the next topic which we are going to discuss is union. So, and one more topic we are going to discuss, that is enumeration, enum. So these are the three important questions which we are going to complete in this session. Once you learn this question, you can score 10 marks from unit number 4. So compulsory you can score 10 marks. One short answer you can attempt, as well as one long answer you can also write from these three questions. Okay. So now, out of these three, in compulsory, so in exam, you may get directly what is structure, explain with example, or else you may get what is union, explain this with example, or else you may get what is enum, explain with example, or you may get difference between structure and union. Once you understand the concept of structure and union, so compulsory out of these two, one question will be there in your final exam. Okay. So now what we are going to discuss is, now we are going to the concept. Okay. Now first we are discussing what is structure. So the question will be like this in your final exam. Okay. The question will be like this. What is, okay, what is structure? What is structure? Explain, explain with example. Explain with example. Please try to understand. In exam, when you get a question with example, it is compulsory for you to write the program. Okay. Okay. Compulsory for you to write the exam. So now what I am doing here, answer. So what is structure here? A structure is a, okay, the definition. Okay. A structure is a collection of A structure is a collection of storing. You know already everyone. We discussed the array concept also in the last session. We discussed the arrays concept. What is the definition of an array? An array is a collection of, okay, an array is a collection of storing, okay. In one variable, we can store more than one value, but all values must be of same type. But now in today's session, we are discussing a structure. A structure is also collection of, okay, a structure is a collection of, an array is a collection of storing different type of values in a single variable. So what is the definition of structure? A structure is a collection of storing, okay, storing dissimilar, okay, dissimilar type of values, dissimilar type of values, okay, dissimilar type of values in a single variable, in a single variable. So I will be explaining the definition. You no need to worry. Single variable. So this is the definition of a structure. This is very, very important. Outcome, whatever the definition you have written in this point is very, very, very important. In exam also, you need to highlight this particular word. Okay. And it is a collection. It is also one of the very, very important. So one more single variable. These three are very, very important. Okay, these three are very, very important in your final exam. Okay, so compulsory you have to highlight. Okay, if you don't highlight these points, then you will get a, you're going to lose the marks. Okay, now, so a structure is also called as, or otherwise you can write, it is also called as, structure is also called as user defined data type. User defined data type. It means we can create our own data type with the help of structure, user defined data type. So, you know, already in the unit one, we discussed what is the different types of data types are there. One is predefined data type, user defined data type, as well as derived data type, arrays concept. Okay. Predefined means nothing but author is created. Derived is nothing but arrays concept. User defined data type is nothing but structure concept. Okay. Now, sir, how to create structure? Okay. How to create structure? A structure can be created. Okay. A structure can be created, can be created, sorry, created by using struct keyword, small letter. Okay, struct. This is also one of the important word in the answer. Struct keyword. Without a struct keyword, we cannot create structure. So now the important thing. So once you get in this question in 2 marks, 2 marks. So from here to here, if you write, you will get 2 of 2. Okay, enough. If you get in long answer after writing this definition, you need to write syntax. Syntax is not compulsory for 2 marks. If you get this question in 2 marks, just the definition is enough. If time permits, you can also write syntax, no problem. But definition should be clear. Okay. But if you get this question for 8 marks, it is compulsory for you to, okay, okay, it is compulsory for you to write the syntax. Sir, how to write syntax now? How to write syntax? Struct. We have to write struct, structure name, structure name. So it means whatever the name you want to write, you can write it here. Okay. Syntax. See, we are not writing example, we are writing the syntax. Okay. Now, how to create here? Data type. So data type we have to write. So please remember everyone, you need to by heart the syntax. You don't have any other option to remember the syntax. Syntax should be by heart. Okay. Data type space member one semicolon, or next data type space member2. So I said already, please don't do any mistakes while writing syntaxes. So these are semicolons. Okay. Now after that dot 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 you can write. So it means we can write n number of things. Last one, what you can write? Data type space member n. How many things we can write? Member n. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to so on. N things we can write. Okay. So after writing this, we have to close the flower bracket. You know the flower bracket? This is flower bracket open. This is flower bracket closed. Now try to remember, once you close the structure, you need to put the semicolon here. This is the only the important thing you need to remember. Structure, once you are closing the flower bracket, you need to put semicolon here. This is the one special topic you need to remember. Okay. Now, sir, okay. So here only I'm writing. So after writing the definition, after writing the syntax, if you want to write the example, sir, I don't want to write the program, but small example, if I write, will I get marks? Yes. If the students who are feeling lengthy programs, you will not remember the program, you no need to worry. What are the example which I'm writing here? So as it is, you have to write in your exam so that you can get 8 marks in your final exam. Okay. If you know the program, well and good. If you don't know the program, you don't need to worry. So whatever the things which I'm writing now on the screen, so you just take the screenshot of this answer, and as it is, you can write it in your final exam. Okay. Now outright, suppose what I'm writing here, struct. Okay, struct. So I want to create a student structure. Please try to remember here. Struct is a keyword now. What is struct? Struct is a keyword, so you should write in small letter only. But now see, when I'm giving structure name, so what I written is syntax structure name. So it means you can write any name. So I want to create a structure, student structure or employee structure, person structure, car, whatever the thing you want, right? You can write it. So the first letter must be capital. The first letter must be capital. This is important thing you need to remember. So when you are giving any name to the structure, the first letter must be capital. Okay, so these are the rules we need to follow while constructing the structure. Now tell me why I created a student structure, because I want to store different values of a student. So tell me, every student is having many values: roll number, name, gender, date of birth, marks, percentage. Like so many things are there. So that these many things we cannot write it now. Okay. So I'll be taking only two things, right? So what I want to take two things. One is int rule number. Sir, why you have taken in rule number? Because rule number is integer. Because just check it. Your all ticket number will be there. Your call all ticket numbers. Example 2801. Okay, something 2801 24405001. Something is there. Now tell me what are the number which I'm saying. So what is that? It is a integer number only. So that is the reason rule number variable is of which type? Integer. A rule number is nothing but which is not having a decimal point. So that is the reason I have declared this as integer. Now every student is having what? Name. Every student is having name. So name can be represented with the help of character. You know already. Okay. So what I'm writing here? What's the name of the variable? Rule name. Variable name is name. So I'm making this as 20. So not only 20, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever the number you want to write, you can write. It is not compulsory to write only 20. Okay. So it is your choice how much value you want, right? You can write it. So for the example purpose, we have taken only 20. So please don't buy have 20. So 20, 15, 18, 16, whatever the number you know, you write it. Okay. So this is one of the very important thing you need to remember. Okay. So after writing this, so just I want to store only these two details. So I have closed the structure. So definition is over. Definition is over. After that, after that, I have written syntax. After that, small example also have written. Okay. Now, so some more points you need to remember. So this is only the definition only we discussed. Okay. And some of the three more points will be there for the structure. The 3 points are very important. So that 3 points which we are going to discuss in this next slide. Okay. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this slide so that the whatever the things which I have written on the screen. So same thing, you don't need to follow any material, just by whatever the things which I have written on the screen, just to copy it and write it in your exam. You can get 8 on 8 marks in your final exam. Okay. So over now. So now directly we'll go to the next slide. Okay. In the next slide, what I'm doing. So, okay. So previously I have written one example. So same thing again I'm copying here. So because I want to explain three important points. Okay. Because before example is in previous slide. So I want that example in the fresh slide so that I can explain some points here. So what structure I created now? Structure. What is the structure I created? Student. Okay, see, you no need to write one. See why? Because it is in other slide. So I want to show the example. I want to explain few points about this example. So that is the reason I'm writing one more time here. Right. Now what I'm going to do here? Int. Same thing now. Same thing I'm writing here. Int rule number, semicolon, char, variable name is name. So here I'm writing what? 20 I'm writing and close semicolon and flower bracket open, close. So this is what I have created now. So the three important points which we are going to discuss in the structure. So you know what is the first point? Whenever we create a structure, see, if you want to construct a building, what you are going to do? You will make a plan. So once you create a plan, so once the plan, where you will create a plan? In paper. So once you create any plan in paper, now tell me, by seeing the plan, what we will do? We will construct the building. But once you draw any plan on the paper, it doesn't mean that your building is already constructed. So when the building will be constructed, by seeing the plan, we need to, okay, create a building. Okay. So still a building is in what? Paper only. Once it is not in reality. Okay. It is not in reality. So what are the structure which I have created on the screen? It is not occupied any memory. So when it will be taking memory, when we create a structure variable. So when a structure will get a memory, when structure will get, so here this is important. Structure will get memory space. Okay, when structure will get memory space only when we create when we create when we create a structure variable structure variable. So I'll not go for the syntax here. Directly I'll write example. No problem. You can write example as syntax. It is nothing will be happening. So what I'm doing here, I will write example now. Sir, how to create a structure variable now? How to create structure variable? Struct. What is the structure name which I created here? What I created here? Student and A. Try to understand. In the unit one, what we did? A. Okay. So tell me now. Int A square bracket of 5. Please try to understand. I'm comparing everything. This is unit 1 story and this is unit 3 story and this is unit number 4 story. So these are all things you need to remember because I said already in the beginning, if you want to learn the C language, it is not like that. You can directly go to one particular topic, you cannot learn the subject. So learning the C language is nothing but we need to go with a sequence, then only you can understand the subject. Now tell me, what is this A? If anyone is asking what is this A means, what you will say? It is a variable. It is a variable. What is the name of the variable? A. So which variable it is? Integer. How many values we can store? Only one value. You know already in unit 1, if you want to store any value, okay, so how many values you want to store? That many number of variables we need to create. So here I have created only one variable so that we can store only one value. Okay, no problem. Sir, what about this? What is this A is called as? This is also called as variable only. But now try to understand, this is also variable and this is also variable. Then what's the difference now? So this is a normal variable. It is also called as normal or ordinary variable. Sir, what about this variable? It is called as array variable. Array variable. Sir, why you're saying array? Because you see here int A I have written. Did I written anything extra thing? No. But now after writing A, I used the square bracket. Once you see in the last live session, I have this. I said when you see the square bracket, I said it is nothing but a array concept. Now what is A now? A is a what? What is A? A is an array. Okay. So now how many values I can store? How many values I can store? 5 values I can store. Not 5 here. N number of values you can store. But here I have written 5 means you can store only 5. If you write 10 means you can store 10. If you write 7 here, you can store 7. So it is size is in your hand. So as per this example, how many values we can store? 5. So variable is only one. But in this one variable, we are storing how many values? 5 values. But all these 5 values must be integer only. Integer only. Okay. Sir, why, how many values we can store in this A variable? 5 values. But all these 5 values of which type? Integer only. So what is the definition of an array now? An array is a collection of storing similar type of value. Means what type of array you created, only you can store that type of values. Okay. But now you see what is this A is called as variable. What is this A? Variable only. Try to understand. It is also a variable. But don't say it is normal variable. It is which variable? Structure variable we have to say. Okay. Structure variable. Now tell me, this is normal variable, it is array variable, and it is structure variable. Sir, why you are saying structure? Because we use struct keyword. Once you use the struct keyword, now A is acting like a structure variable. If specifically, now tell me, this is what variable. Which variable means what you will say? Integer variable. I said here A is what? Variable. Means which variable? Array variable. In array also, which type of variable means integer. Now you said here A is a structure variable. If specifically someone is asking which structure variable means, you have to say student structure variable. So that is the clarity you need to have. Okay. What a clarity now? A is a variable. A is a variable of integer type. And here also A is a variable of integer type. But here A is a variable of student type. What is student? Student is nothing but structure. Now tell me, here in this A, how many values you are storing? 5 values. Sir, in this A, how many values we are storing? 2 values we are storing. Sir, what are the 2 values? One is rule number and one is name. So how many values we are storing here? 2 values. What are the 2 values now? Rule number, comma, name. Try to understand here. Now here how many values we are storing? 5 values. But all must be of integer only. But now you see integer is a rule number is a integer and name is a character. Now try to understand. Rule number is different data type. and name is different data. Two different values you're storing in one variable. That variable is called as structure variable. Got a clarity now? Clear everyone? Yes. Please do the comment. Yes or no? I need reply from you. Yes, please. Just to do one message, ma. Yes or no, so that I can go further. Go further. Please type yes or no. Clear everyone? Right. So what I'm doing now? So this is over. So this is first point. Now tell me what is this A is variable now? What is the size of this variable now? 2 bytes. Very good. 2 bytes. Why? Because you know every integer memory size is 2 bytes. Now tell me this is also A na variable na? This is which variable? Array variable. Now what is the size of this variable? 10 bytes. Sir, how 10 bytes? You know already. How many values you are storing? One value. Okay, five values you are storing. To store one integer value, you need 2 bytes, right? So total 2 into how many values you are storing? 5 is nothing but 10 bytes. So that is the reason the size of this array variable is 10 bytes. Now tell me, if anyone is asking, sir, this is also variable na? This is also variable na? It is also having the memory size or not? Yes. Sir, what is the size of this variable now? So tell me, integer memory size is 2. So you're storing two values now? Two values. One is rule number and one is name. So rule number is which variable? Integer. So it means it is occupying 2 bytes. And name is the which variable? Character variable. To store one letter, it consume 1 byte. But here we declared 20 letters. So it means what is the size of this name? 20, right? And 2 plus 20 is equal to 22 bytes. So got a clarity now? Now tell me the memory size of the structure is 22 bytes. Now you don't need to say 22 bytes. Here you have tried one simple one statement you have tried. The memory, please try to understand the memory size, the memory size of a structure, the memory size of the structure variable, the memory size of the structure variable is is equal to sum of the sizes, sum of the sizes, okay, sum of the sizes of its members. Please try to understand this line. So what I said, the memory size of the structure variable is equal to sum means adding the sizes of its all members. Now tell me, integer variable, this is 2 and this is 20. So by adding 10 plus 20 is nothing but 22 bytes. So that is the point which I have written here. Okay, the memory size of the structure variable is the sum of the sizes of its members. So this is about the concept. Okay, so after writing this, one more last point which we are going to discuss is two more points we are going to discuss. The first, the one more point is now, sir. Okay, so out of what is the total memory size is what? 20 bytes. So if when I store any rule number, two values we are going to store. Yes or no? Variable is only one, but in this how many values we are storing? Two values. So it means, so when I enter rule number, where the rule number will be stored? In rule number variable only. When I entered name, where the name value will be stored? In name only. So it means every member of a structure, every every member, okay, every member of a structure, every member of a structure is having individual memory location. Individual, okay, individual memory locations, okay. Every member of a structure is having individual memory location. So it means what is that? What is the meaning? What is the meaning? Every member is having individual memory locations are nothing but, if when I stored rule number, the rule number will be stored here. When I stored name, the name will be stored. When I entered name, that will not disturb the rule number. Once if I do any operation on the rule number, that cannot be affected on the name. So everyone is having their own space. When I entered rule number, where the rule number will be stored? In 2 bytes. When I entered name, where that name will be stored? In 20 bytes. Clear everyone? So example, take your family example. So you may have double bedroom or triple bedroom or whatever the building you may have. So everyone is having allocated their space is there. So when you want to, you can go to your room and you can take rest now. So other person also similarly, the other person also can go to any other room and they can also take. So there will be no disturbance because everyone is having, okay, their own space will be there. So that is what the meaning of structure. Okay. So now these are very, very important thing you need to remember. Okay. So up to here, if you write, you can get 10 by 10 marks in your final exam. It is up to here enough. If the student who is very intelligent, sir, I want to write the example program also, then what you can do, you can also write the program. So those who want to write the program, so for them, I'm giving this example program. So how to write the program now? So this is the way you are going to write. So I'll write the program on the screen. Just if you want, you can write the program also, no problem. It's your choice. So I'm writing example program. Okay. So before you said just what I given in the question with example. So already you explained example, but half of the program you explained. Someone want to write complete program, then you can write like this also. So include include what you are going to write stdio dot h. So after this, what you can write hash include conio dot h. So after this, what we can write void main. What we can write here void main. So after that, what we are going to write? We are going to create a structure. How to create structure? Struct. Which structure we created here? Student. So what I'm doing here? What I'm doing here? Here I'm going to write int rule number. Int rule number. So what I can write here? Char name of 20. See, not only 20 can set anything you can write and close the structure. Now tell me how to create a structure variable. So only structure is created. Structure variable is not created. How to create structure variable? Struct student A. Right? Now try to understand again. How to assign a value to the variable int A equal to 10. Yes or no? How to give the values to an array variable? How to give a value to an array variable into A of 5. This is array variable. How to give the value for array variable? Floor bracket open 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. So like this. Now array is a collection. Collection can be represented as floor bracket. Okay. Same thing. A structure is also collection. So what we are going to do? Equal to sign. See, observe the structure syntax with array syntax. Now what I did, same thing, a up to here. Okay, after that equal to is there, here also equal to. So floor bracket open. Suppose I'm giving 100 and double quotation I'm writing the name of the student as Anil and close. Now tell me what happened. Now what happened? This 100 is copied in this variable and Anil is also copied in this variable. Okay. So try to understand in C language directly we will be giving value here, but in structure we cannot give because this is not a direct variable. It is a structure variable. A structure variable directly cannot be structure variable cannot be accessed directly. If you want to assign a value, so like this we can assign. Now tell me what's the rule number? 100. What is name? What is name? Anil. So up to here structure is created. Okay. So structure is created and also it is also having the values also. Okay. So what we can do now after this, now whether this 100 is stored in rule number or not, or whether Anil is available in name variable or not, you want to check now. So how to check? We can print the result. How to print the results? You know already. We can write printf. What we can write here? Rule number is equal to. So rule number is 100 now. 100 is which data type? Rule number is nothing but which data type? Integer. Integer value can be represented with which format specifier? Percentage D. So it means rule number and slash n. So slash n is nothing but new line. So you want to display name also now. Name is equal to. So tell me name is which variable? Character variable. So you can write. You are not displaying one letter. You are displaying a name. It is nothing but group of letters you are displaying. So you can write percentage s. Now try to understand. Okay. So now tell me, I will compare. If you are getting doubt, so I will be taking this example. How to print the value of the variable? Printf. What you will write? A is equal to percentage D comma A. So tell me what is happening here? The value which is present in A that will be replaced. So what you will get here? Output will be A equal to 10 you'll get. Okay. So you know already in printf double quotation what you have written you'll get as it is except format specifier. In place of format specifier what will be displayed? A's value will be displayed. Now here you see in place of percentage D you'll get 100. In place of percentage S you'll get Anil you'll get. Okay. Now see now what we have to do comma. See what I did? Whose value you want to display? Comma A. So what we are going to write here? Rule number I'm going to write. Okay. Comma. Next value will be what? Name variable. Try to understand up to here if you write the compiler will generate an error because you know here see you want to display the a value now what you have done comma a you have written because it is a normal variable direct variable But rule number name is not a direct variable. It is present in where? Structure. So we have to say, we have to write what is the name of the structure variable name? A. So you have to write A dot rule number. And here you write A dot name. So got a clarity now? In A dot rule number, it means rule number which is present in A. A means what? Student. It will go to student. In this student rule number, the value will be printed here. Okay. So A dot name means what? Name is a variable which is present in A. A means variable. Which variable? Student variable. And what is student? Student is a structure. It will go to structure student and it will access the name. So when you want to use, so what is this? Dot. This dot is called as special operator. Okay. Special operator. So dot is special operator. It means why we are using dot operator? Dot operator, it is okay it is used to access the members of a structure. Members, if you want to access any member of a structure, if you want to go to rule number, dot you have to write a dot, always you have to write the variable name dot. Okay, to access the member of a structure, so our program is completed. So after that, if you want, you can write gets yes. See, writing CLR SR gets yes is not compulsory in final exam. If you want, you can write it, otherwise no problem. So this is the example program on structure. So with this, concept is clear to you? Yes. Still anyone is having any doubt? Yes ma, please do comment again, yes or no, so that we'll go to the union concept. Yes please, say yes or no. Just please do one comment, ma. Yes or no, so that will go to the other concept. So you're attending, you please be active. Okay. Thank you, Shankudas, for your reply. So we'll be going to the another topic, that is union. So up to here, the concept of structure is completed. So now next very, very important question, an 8 marks question, which we are going to discuss in this video is union. So the question will be like this. Okay. The question will be like this. The question is like this. What is union? What is union? Okay. Explain. Explain with example. Explain with example. Like this, you can get a question in your final exam. Okay. Now, what you no need to worry. So once you get this question in your final exam, same definition, whatever the definition which you have written for the structure, same thing you have to copy. So you what you have write? It is a collection of. It is a collection of storing. It is a collection of storing dissimilar, dissimilar, okay, type of, dissimilar type of values in a single variable, in a single variable, in a single variable is known as, is known as, is known as union and union. Okay. So this is the definition of union. So try to understand the important points. Again, I said we have to highlight. This is one important point in the union answer, and this is single values. In single variable, it is very, very important. These three are, and collection. If you want, you can collection. It is up to you. But dissimilar and single variable is very, very important, because the key points only. We won't read each and every line of the answer which you have written. So we will look for the keywords or key points which are present in the answer. So again, I'm telling you. So the key points are very, very important thing. You need to write the exam. Okay. So after writing that, same thing. It is also called as what? User defined data type. User defined data. Yes or no? Same thing. User defined data type. So it means this is the data type which is created by the user. It is in your choice. You want to increase the memory size or you want to decrease the memory size in your, okay, in your. So Shankudas, what is single variable, or what is I have a question, sir, you said. So what is that question? So tell me. single variable. Uh, Yes, I written single variable only na here in the definition. Okay. Now we'll go to the, so it is created with what? It is later, what are the question, what are the doubts are having, that will be clarified later. So first, whatever I'm explaining, just listen. So later, what are the doubt you're having, just post the doubt in your comment section so that I can explain that particular point one more time. Okay. So it is created by using it is created by using union keyword. It is created by using union keyword. Small letter you have to write. So union is a keyword, so it should be written in a small letter only. So these are the points. This is the definition. If you get this question in 2 marks, up to here you write, it is enough. Okay. So if possible, if you want correct syntax also, no problem. If you up to here also you write, no problem. If you want to write 2 marks, sir, I want to write the syntax also, then no problem. Syntax also, it is in your choice. Okay. Syntax. So what you can do here? Syntax. So just now we discussed about the structure syntax. Similarly, the union is also having the same syntax you have to copy. So union, small letter, keyword means union common. So union name. So here we can write any name for when you are going for example. So what we are going to write here? Data type. So what? Data type space member one, data type space member one. So what we can do here? And semicolon, and again we are writing data type space member n, data type space member n, semicolon, dot close. If you want, you can write, just wait a minute, I'm getting called. Just wait a minute. Sir, sir, good evening, sir. వస్తాను సార్. లేదు రాలేదు సార్, రేపు వస్తానని చెప్పారు, రాలేదు. నేను యాక్చువల్ లైవ్లో ఉన్నాను సార్, క్లాస్ లైవ్లో ఉన్నాను. మళ్ళీ ఇస్తాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay. So sorry. So I got a call. Right. Now what I can do? So if you want to write data type space member in. So not writing member in is not compulsory. You can also put dot and close it and can do semicolon. This is close bracket and semicolon. Okay, na? So tell me the example how to create a union now. Same example which we created student, the same thing I'm writing. Union. So better I write in the next page so that because there again I need to repeat it because I want to write some more points for the union. So up till here, if you want, you can take the screenshot till here. Yes, take the screenshot if you want. You can take the screenshot. So later I'll be discussing the points. Okay. So I'll go to the next slide. Clear now? Right. Thank you. So we'll go to the next slide. So what I'm doing in the next line? So what I'm going to do in the next line? So what I will do? So I'll go for example. So how to write union? Union union name student. Before student structure I created, now I'm creating student union. Same thing. No, you don't need to worry. What are the example which we created earlier? The same thing we have to create. Okay. So now what we are going to write? Char char name variable. It is also I'm giving here, also I'm giving 20 on the square bracket. These are square brackets. Please be clear and put the semicolon. Okay. So this is the definition of a union. So you don't need to write the program. If you half of the program you're writing is well and good. If you want to write complete program also, it is your choice. Even though if you write this small example program also, we will understand so that you'll get 8 or 8 marks in your final exam. Now, the three important points which we are going to discuss, I said already. Now, how to create a union variable? So whenever, see again I said, whenever you create a union will not get any memory space. When union will get a memory space, when you create a, wait a minute. హలో చెప్పక క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా చెప్పు తర్వాత ఇస్తాను. Okay. Now, what I can do now? Union. How to create, So, whenever union, so here I'm right, union will get a memory space. Union will get a memory space only when we create a union variable. Okay, compulsory. We have to create a union variable. Sir, how to create union variable? How to create a union variable? So you can write union right? Union name is student and I'm writing A. Now tell me, what is this A? Generally, it is a variable only. Okay. But if specifically, if anyone is asking which variable means union variable, you have to say. Which union variable means you have to say student union variable, you have to say. Clear, everyone? So tell me, what is A? A is a variable only. But which variable? Union variable. Which is union variable means you have to say student union variable. Okay. Right. Up to here, the concept is okay. Then next to the important point is the memory size. Now tell me, if I say int A means you said it is how many bytes of memory? 2 bytes. Very good. 2 bytes. If I create int A of 3, so how many values I'm storing? 3. So what is the size of this variable? 6 bytes. Okay, 6 bytes. You know why 6 bytes? To store one value, 2 bytes. So you are storing 3 values. 2 into 3 is nothing but 6. So A is which variable? Suppose if before earlier I have written what I written? Struct, student, A have written. So what is the bytes now? So what you did? Rule number is how many bytes? 2 bytes. Name is how many bytes? 20. So what you have done, 20 plus 2, 22 you have written. So here you written 22 bytes. So the differences I'm telling you, the differences between the structure and union I'm telling you. So here you need to add this, but when you go to the union, in union, which member? So how many members are there here? This is first member and this is second member. Which member is having more size here? Name. So what is the size here? 20. Now this A variable size is 20 bytes. 20 bytes. So for this example is 20. If I write here 30, if I write 30 here, it will become 30, right? Clear, everyone? So we should not buy at the 20 bytes here. So it depends on the example, what are the number which you are written here. That is nothing but size here. So what you are going to write in general, how you are going to write here? The memory size, the memory size of a union, the memory size of a union variable, the memory size of a union variable is, the memory size of a union variable is what? Which member, okay, which member is having, which member is having highest size, okay, highest size. Which member is having highest size? 20. So that is the reason. In this example, it is 20 bytes. If I write 40 here, then it will become 40. Clear, everyone? So this is generalized formula, generalized statement we have to write. Don't buy at always 20. It depends on the example. So what are the example which I have written? As per this example, it is 20 bytes. You may take other value. Based on the value, the size will be different. So that is the reason we have written the statement. What is the statement I have written? The memory size of a union variable is which member is having highest size. So that is nothing but the size of the union variable. Okay. And remember, whenever we create a union, so rule number now. So all these, so how many members are there? These two members. Example, in your family, so single bedroom or double bedroom, right? Right? Single bedroom. I assume single bedroom is there. So, right? In single bedroom, how many washrooms will be there? So see, for the sake of example, I'm using that example to understand the concept clearly. So in single bedroom, so maybe one hall and one bedroom, one kitchen will be there. So now tell me how many washrooms will be there? Only one washroom will be there. But in your family, 5 members or 6 members or 3 members, so whatever it may be. So it depends on the example of the family. Suppose take one example, 5 members are there in a family. So washroom will be only one, but same washroom is used by 5 members now, one after the other, not at a time. So one after the other. So it means why I explained that example, all the members, okay, all the members of a union, all the members of a union are having, are having common memory location, common memory location. This is important because if I first, if I enter rule number 100, okay, so this, suppose assume this is a memory space. How many bytes memory here? 20 bytes. Clear? So first what I did, I entered rule number. So rule number is stored here. So after that, if I enter name, Anil, if I enter, so what happened? 100 will be removed and Anil will be stored. But whereas in structure, what will happen? Structure is how many bytes? 22 bytes. Clear, everyone? 22 bytes. When I enter rule number space is rule number only. Okay, and here name will be there. If I entered rule 100, 100 will be stored in 100 place only, right? If I enter name, Anil means Anil. So there will be no disturbance here. So here we are having individual. Okay, it means the first person space is there and second person is having its own space now. When I do any value, when I enter any value, the value will be stored in that person's place only. Once we enter anything here, that will not disturb here. And whatever the value which we are entering here, that will not be disturbed here because everyone is having their own space. That is nothing but individual memory locations are there. But all are in, I said again, in single bedroom flat, there will be only one washroom will be there. So there are 5 members are there in family, but all 5 cannot use at a time. So one after the other. So it means once you enter the rule number, so what is the value is there now? Rule number. After that, if I enter name, so what will happen? Rule number value will be erased. But here, if you entered at a time rule number and name, okay, both the things you can enter at a time. Rule number value will be stored in rule number place only, and name value will be stored in names place only. That is only the difference because everyone is having their place, but here all are having the same space. That is called as common space. That is what the thing we need to do. Now in union, we cannot enter all the values at a time because only one space is there, only one washroom is there that cannot be used by all at a time. So if you want to use one by one, we can use that. So that is only the difference. But here you see, you may have double bedroom or triple bedroom. So it will be total 3 washrooms are there. So at a time, 3 person can go, but not in same place. Everyone is having their own different washrooms are there. Please try to understand. For the example, for the student understanding purpose, I'm using that example. So, okay, so that you will get a clarity of the concept. So with this union concept is over. Now, so we'll go to the program. Okay, so till here, if you write, it's enough. If you want to write a program also, sir, I want to practice the program also, then go for the program. So please take the screenshot of this screenshot so that we'll go to the, okay, so actually games Gangstar, so someone is commenting me, explain one more time about union. So it is not possible because already we started, so already we ended. So once we complete this session, just watch this video. So n number of times you can watch this video so that you can get a clarity. So I cannot repeat one more time because everything, whatever I have explained now, that everything is recorded and it is stored in my YouTube channel. So whenever you need, just open that video and you can listen one more time and you can understand the concept. Okay. So next, I'm going to the example program. So the student who want to write the program also. So for this, I will write a program. So how we are going to write a program? Same hash include stdio dot h. So hash include you can write conio dot h. So after this we are writing void main. So void main. Okay. So after this I will write go for so union. See CLR SCR that those are extra things. If you want write it. Otherwise no need to worry. Even if you don't write also you will not get any problem. Okay, the important because the question is union, so union concept should be there. So the extra things you may write or not, that is your choice. Okay, so which union I'm creating? Student. Okay, student. So I'm writing flower bracket open. I'm writing int rule number. Int rule number. I'm writing here name. Okay, name where there are 20. Okay, 20. So over now. So after this flower bracket close. Now please try to understand before when I created union structure, I written here like this structure name is student, variable name is a equal to flower bracket. So I have given 100 comma and it. So please don't do this mistake in union because in structure everyone is having space. So at a time you can enter 2 values, but here everyone is having same space. 2 values you cannot enter at a time. So that is the reason this line we cannot write here. So example. So what I mean to say is don't write this line. If you write this is nothing but blunder mistake you have done. Okay, because you don't have the clarity of the structure and union. So what you are going to write here? What you are going to write here? Student A equal to, don't do this mistake I'm saying. Okay, like this. If you write like this, it is wrong line. This is a wrong line because you have only one space. Is that the space size is 20 bytes? Okay, here you can enter only one value, only one value at a time. Once you want to enter the rule number, you enter rule number. Later you enter name. But both the things cannot be entered in because I said in the before, you have single bedroom, there will be only one washroom only one person can go inside. So that is, but here two washrooms are there. Here one washroom, second washroom. At a time, two-person can go. So first person will go to the first location and second person will go to second. There will be no disturbance between these two persons. But here we need to use only one example. So got a clarity now? So don't do this mistake. So sir, how I need to enter? This can be entered like this. So how I'm going to enter here? So I will enter printf. I need to ask the user to enter the value. Printf, I will say enter rule number. So I'm asking user to enter the value. By reading the message, what user will do? He will enter. So how to enter the value now? Scanf percentile D. So what I will write? A dot rule, sorry, ampersand A dot rule number. Okay. So after entering, we have to print. Immediately we have to print. So how to print the value? Rule number is equal to percentile D, comma, A dot rule number. Okay. So you are asking the message to the user and user is entered and you are printing the value over. So after this, so the space is not there. So I'm writing here. So you need to ask the user to enter what? Name also. Printf, you need to ask enter, enter enter name. By reading the message, what user will do? He will enter the name. How to enter the name now? Scanf. So name is which alphabet? Percentile S we have tried. So where that has to be stored? Address of A dot rule number, sorry, A dot name we have tried. Okay. So after this, close the semi bracket. So what we are going to write here? And immediately you have to printf. So what you are going to write? Name is equal to percentile S, comma. So what we are going to write? A dot name we are going to display. Okay, like this we are going to write. So after this, if you want to write XCH, see writing XCH is not compulsory. So close floor bracket. Like this we are going to write. So in exam point of view, I'm saying for going to the practical point of view, you need to write CLRSR and GetCH. For a exam point of view, you may write a GetCH or not. It's your choice. Okay. So now see, it's completely different. It is completely different. But you see, why? Because once you do like this, the program size will become lengthy, small. We cannot give values directly to union variable because one at a time we can enter only one value. So what I did, I entered value, I displayed the value. I entered the value and I displayed one. So it means once one value we entered, immediately we printed. After that, one more value we entered. After that, we have to display. If you don't print and if you enter the other value, the previous value will be erased. So that is what is happening in union. So take the screenshot of this uh, answer so that we'll go to the next one more topic, very important topic, enumeration. So with the help of, so it's one live session, I completely explained the three important topics in this unit. So compulsory these three answers you have to by heart so that you can score one long answer from this unit. Okay. Yes, please do comment it. Anyone? So is the up till here whatever I explained, is it okay? Is it clear to you? Any doubts? Please, Shankudas, just say yes or no. If it is clear means I'll go to the next topic. Shankudas, are you there? Anji Kumar. So anyone, gangster of all times. So just just to type yes or no in comment section so that we'll go for the one more topic, enumeration. Enumeration. So it is also one of the easiest and small answer in your final exam. Clear? So okay, no problem. So no one is giving reply. So we'll go to the next topic. Okay. The topic name is enumeration. Okay. So the topic name is enumeration. So it is also one of the very important questions. So enumeration or an enum or anything you can get the question in exam. So that question will be like this. What is enum? With example. With example. Or else you may get enumeration. enumeration, or you may get enumerative, enumerative. So anything enum, if you get a question, means it is only one only. Okay, so you don't need to worry, right? So sir, tell me about this answer. If you get in 2 marks, what we are going to write? So you have to write the definition. So what is the definition? So it is used to assign. This is important point. Assign an integer values, integer values integer values to its integer values. Assign integer value to its constants. To its constants. This is the definition of an enum. Okay. So it is also called as it is also called as it is also called as user defined data type. So we have total three different user defined data types are there. One is structure, and one is union, and one is enum. Okay, it is also called as enumeration. It is also called as user defined data type. Okay, so data type. It is created. It is created. If you get into mass, you have to write like this. It is created. Okay, by using enum keyword, enum, enum. So it is one of the important thing in the enum keyword, small letter. Okay, keywords can be written in small letters only. Okay, sir, can you give me the syntax how to create? Yes, syntax. I will give you syntax. So enum, small letter enum name, enum name, flower bracket open, const 1, comma, const 2, comma, up to so on, const n, and close the flower bracket and semicolon. Okay, so one syntax is enough. So maybe whoever some of my students are there from my college students, for them. So I have given two syntaxes for them. So I said already when I explained in the class. So either you can go for one syntax is enough in your exam. Either syntax 1 or syntax 2. One is enough. Okay, right. So after writing this, we'll go to the example program, because directly we'll go to the program only I will explain. So if you want, you can take the screenshot of this answer. So that, then we'll go to the next slide, so that in the next slide I'm going to explain the program. Okay, just take the uh, screenshot of this screen. So we'll go to the next. So clear everyone? Shandudas, whoever is watching, please give some reply. So now how you are feeling? Is it easy or difficult? Yes, anyone? In the next coming video will be unit 5, uh, object oriented programming language. So we are going to discuss class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. So these are all are very, very important topics which we are going to discuss. And unit 4, one important topic which one question is there, that is storage class question. So that also we are going to discuss. Okay. So these are very, very important topics which we are going to discuss in the next coming videos. So you don't need to worry. So you are having 3 days holidays before to your exam, ASCII language exam. So on those 3 days, we'll be taking like 10 to 15 hours live session. So every day I will be taking a 2 to 3 hours live session. So total altogether, and these 3 days maximum will take 15, minimum 15 hours live session I'm going to take, so that I can complete from unit 1 to till unit number 5. So I will explain each and every concept, and one more time, so that it will be very, very useful for in your exam. Okay, so right. So next we'll be going to the next. So wait a minute, I'm going to, where is my pen? Just wait a minute. Yes, I found my pen, no problem. So I'm going to the program, example program on enumeration. So hash hash include include, what we're going to write, stdio.h. Okay, hash include. So we are going to write conio.h, conio.h. Okay, so we can write void main, void main. So what we can do here, enum, enum, so write week. Okay, so you know week, so I write Sunday, comma, Monday, comma, Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, comma, Thursday, comma, Friday, comma, Saturday. Okay, close it, semicolon. So what I'm doing here, okay, now got a clarity now. Did I assign any value for the enums? No. What is the enum which I created here? Week. In name of the variable name as enum. So did I given any value for enum? No, na? No. So what will be happen here? So by default for Sunday means it will assign the value 0. So for Sunday it will assign the value 0. Okay. For Monday it will assign the value 1. Did I given value? No. Automatically the concept itself will give you the value. For first Sunday it will assign 0 and 1 it will first for what? So for Monday 1, it will be 2 and it will be 3. So I will not give value. Automatically, the enum concept will assign the value to the variable. So that is the definition of a enum. So what is said in the definition? It is used to assign the value. This is 4 and 5 and 6. 6, sorry. Okay, 6 1 because we started from 0. So the default value. This 0 is called as default value. So if you want, you can write in one point in enum. But the default, okay, the default default value, okay, of enum, the default value of enum starts from, okay, starts from what? 0, or otherwise enum value starts from 0. So 0 is nothing but a default value. From here only it will start. Okay, so now how we are going to write here? So I am going to write enum. So how I'm going to write here? Week. See here, try to understand. Week. Okay, A. So tell me what is A? In A, what I store? In A, what I'm storing here? So I will store, if I store Sunday. Now, Sunday value is nothing but 0. This 0 is stored in what? A. So if I print the value, see what I'm doing here? Printf. So A, the value of A is equal to percentile D. Sir, why I'm writing percentile D? In A, what is there? Sunday. Sunday means what? 0. So that is the reason I am writing. So what I will write here? A I will write. Now tell me, in A, what is there? 0. That will be printed. So what now? Close it. So what is the output you'll get now? What is the output of this program? The value of A is equal to what? 0. So if in place of Sunday, if I write Wednesday here, so in Wednesday means what? 3. So in A, what is there? 3. So if you print the value of A equal to 3, you'll get. So it got a clarity now, which name you are giving. So that name value will be stored in this variable. That value you are printing. So that is called as enum. So this is a simple example program on the enumeration. It is another easiest answer in C language. So till here, whatever I explained, so I think everything is clear to you. Yes, anyone please do comment. So is it clear? Is anyone is having any doubts? So total I have completed 3 units. Yes, anyone please do comment. Please ma. So just give reply. Just give reply, yes or no. So whatever the concept till now I explained, is it clear to you or not? Just that message I want. But just to type some message ma. At least why? So what is the use of attending the session now? If you don't give the, you are unable to give the reply. So what is the use of attending the session? So no, because I am explaining the concept to you, whether you are understanding or not, how can I know? But just by typing yes or no, so that I can understand whether you are are you getting the concept or not. If not means, so that I can repeat the concept one more time. If yes means I can go further. Okay. So no one is giving reply. So okay, no problem. I am thinking that so everyone is understand the concept. Okay. So thank you for the today's session. So again, by tomorrow, or if possible in the night, like 8 o'clock or 8:30, if possible, I'll take one more session. So in that session, we are going to discuss the one more very important answer from the unit number 4, that is storage class, if possible. Otherwise, in tomorrow's session, we'll be taking the one more session on structure. Sorry, unit number 5. We are going to discuss. Okay, thank you. So those who are watching this video, please subscribe to our channel on computer education. Okay, thank you. So with this, we are ending the session. That's